you ever wondered why some men seem to lose their partner's interest, even when they're doing everything to please them? Today, we're diving into a topic that's rarely discussed but incredibly important: boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define where we end and others begin. When men don't set clear boundaries, it can lead to a loss of attraction and even negative consequences in relationships. In this video, we'll explore why boundaries matter, how their absence affects attraction, and what happens when men let others cross their lines. Let's start by understanding what boundaries really are and why they're so crucial. Boundaries are personal limits that help us protect our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. They're not about building walls, but about creating healthy spaces in relationships. For men, having boundaries means knowing what you're comfortable with and communicating that clearly. Without boundaries, it's easy to become overwhelmed, resentful, or even taken for granted. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's essential for mutual respect and attraction. As we move forward, keep in mind that boundaries are a sign of self-respect, not rejection. When a man has clear boundaries, it signals confidence and self-worth. Partners are naturally drawn to those who know what they stand for. Boundaries create a sense of safety and predictability in relationships, allowing both people to relax and be themselves. Without them, confusion and insecurity can creep in. Attraction thrives on respect, and respect is built on healthy boundaries. Next, let's look at what happens when boundaries are missing. Men fail to set boundaries, they often find themselves bending over backwards to please others. This can lead to feeling unappreciated or even invisible. Over time, their partner may lose respect and attraction, sensing that the man lacks a strong sense of self. Without boundaries, it's easy to become a yes man, always agreeing and never standing up for personal needs. This dynamic can quickly erode the foundation of any relationship. Many men fall into the trap of people-pleasing, thinking it will make them more attractive. In reality, constantly putting others first at the expense of your own needs can backfire. Partners may start to see you as lacking backbone or authenticity. True attraction comes from being genuine and having the courage to say no when necessary. Let's explore why saying no can actually increase respect and attraction. Saying no is a powerful way to assert your boundaries. It shows that you value your own time, energy, and values. When men confidently say no to things that don't align with their beliefs, it sends a strong message of self-respect. Partners often find this attractive because it demonstrates strength and independence. Remember, you can't please everyone and you shouldn't have to. Attraction is closely tied to respect. When a man stands up for himself and maintains his boundaries, his partner is more likely to respect and desire him. On the other hand, if he constantly gives in or avoids conflict, attraction can quickly fade. Respect is earned by being true to yourself, not by sacrificing your needs for someone else's approval. When men lack boundaries, they may find themselves being punished in subtle ways. This could mean being ignored, taken for granted, or even manipulated. Partners may test limits to see how much they can get away with. Without clear boundaries, it's easy to fall into unhealthy relationship patterns where one person dominates and the other feels powerless. It's natural for people to test each other's boundaries in relationships. This isn't always malicious, it's often a way to understand where the lines are. When a man fails these tests by always giving in, it can lead to a loss of respect. Standing firm, even when it's uncomfortable, shows strength and maturity. Let's look at some common scenarios where boundaries are tested. Boundary violations can be subtle or obvious. They might include a partner demanding all your time, making decisions for you, or dismissing your opinions. When these behaviors go unchecked, resentment builds. Men who don't address these violations may feel powerless or frustrated. Recognizing and addressing boundary violations early is key to maintaining a healthy relationship. Emotional toll of weak boundaries can be significant. Men may experience anxiety, low self-esteem, or even depression when they feel their needs are constantly overlooked. Over time, this can damage not only the relationship but also their overall well-being. Setting boundaries isn't just about the relationship, it's about protecting your own mental health. Boundaries aren't just emotional, they're physical as well. This means respecting personal space, privacy, and comfort levels. When men allow their physical boundaries to be crossed, it can lead to discomfort and even resentment. Communicating your physical needs is just as important as expressing your emotional ones. Healthy relationships honor both. Many men are taught to suppress their needs or avoid conflict, making it hard to set boundaries. Cultural expectations often reward self-sacrifice and discourage assertiveness. This can create a cycle where men feel guilty for standing up for themselves. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward change. Let's discuss how to break free from these limiting beliefs. Breaking the cycle of weak boundaries starts with self-awareness. Men need to identify their own needs, values, and limits. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential for growth. Journaling, therapy, or honest conversations with trusted friends can help. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to assert your boundaries without guilt. Clear communication is the foundation of healthy boundaries. Men should express their needs calmly and directly without blaming or accusing. Using I statements like "I need some time alone" helps avoid defensiveness. Remember, it's okay to ask for what you need. Healthy partners will respect your honesty and appreciate your clarity. Sometimes setting boundaries can lead to pushback or resistance. Partners may feel threatened or confused by the change. It's important to stay firm and consistent even if it feels uncomfortable. Over time, most people will adjust and come to respect your boundaries. Remember, you're not responsible for others' reactions, only for your own actions. Healthy boundaries are closely linked to self-esteem. When men honor their own needs, they send a powerful message to themselves and others. I am worthy of respect. This boosts confidence and makes it easier to attract and maintain healthy relationships. Self-esteem grows every time you stand up for yourself, even in small ways. There's a misconception that setting boundaries is unmanly or weak. In reality, true masculinity involves knowing your values and standing by them. Men who set boundaries are seen as strong, reliable, and trustworthy. They inspire respect and admiration not just from partners but from everyone around them. Setting boundaries is especially important in the early stages of dating. It helps both people understand each other's expectations and avoid misunderstandings. Men who are clear about their limits are more likely to attract partners who respect them. Don't be afraid to express your needs from the start. It sets the tone for a healthy relationship. Even in long-term relationships, boundaries need to be maintained and sometimes renegotiated. Life changes, and so do people's needs. Regular check-ins and open conversations help ensure that both partners feel respected and valued. Don't assume your partner knows your boundaries, communicate them clearly and revisit them as needed. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship. Healthy boundaries allow men to navigate disagreements without losing themselves. Instead of avoiding conflict, use it as an opportunity to reinforce your values and needs. When handled respectfully, conflict can actually strengthen attraction and deepen connection. Trust is built on consistency and reliability. When men set and maintain boundaries, their partners know what to expect. This predictability creates a sense of safety and trust. On the other hand, inconsistent boundaries can lead to confusion and insecurity. Be clear, be consistent, and trust will follow. Boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're also about saying yes to what truly matters. When men know their limits, they can wholeheartedly commit to the things and people that align with their values. This makes their yes more meaningful and their relationships more fulfilling. Ultimately, boundaries are about creating a life that feels good to you. Men who set boundaries experience more happiness, less stress, and deeper connections. They attract partners who appreciate and respect them for who they are. Happiness grows when you honor your own needs and values. Watch out for red flags that signal a lack of boundaries, such as always putting others first, feeling guilty for saying no, or constantly seeking approval. These patterns can lead to unhealthy relationships and loss of attraction. Recognizing these signs early can help you make positive changes. Setting boundaries is a journey, not a destination. Every time you assert your needs, you grow stronger and more confident. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, so don't be afraid to challenge old habits. Over time, you'll notice positive changes in your relationships and your sense of self. Healthy relationships are built on mutual support. Encourage your partner to set their own boundaries and respect them in return. When both people feel safe to express their needs, the relationship becomes a true partnership. Support each other's growth and celebrate your progress together. Being vulnerable means showing your true self, including your limits and needs. Men who are open about their boundaries invite deeper connection and intimacy. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's a sign of courage and trust. The more authentic you are, the stronger your relationships become. Let's recap. Men without boundaries often lose attraction and may even be punished in subtle ways. Boundaries are essential for respect, happiness, and healthy relationships. By setting and maintaining your limits, you show self-respect and invite others to do the same. Remember, attraction grows when you honor yourself. As we wrap up, remember that setting boundaries is a skill anyone can learn. Start small, be consistent, and don't be afraid to stand up for your needs. Over time, you'll notice more respect, deeper attraction, and healthier relationships. The journey to self-respect begins with one simple step: honoring your boundaries.